What's up, YouTube? This is Rocky, and I'm coming at you with another video. Well, I'm uploading a new video for this week, and I don't know if the subject is disturbing or refreshing or whatever. I uploaded a short this week basically talking about how I discovered the benefits of drinking matcha. And for me, when I started drinking matcha, I just got done working out. I'm feeling awesome. I'm clear-headed, so I figured that I'll just share, this disposition with you all. And I discovered, let me reiterate, or whatever, not reiterate, but let me remind you of what I'm talking about in this video. I started drinking matcha tea almost about a year ago. I had heard about green tea from a friend of mine, and he was basically a vegetarian, and he incorporated things like matcha and echinacea and different types of teas into his diet to help support his immune system, because a lot of vegetarians sometimes they fall sick to immune diseases or autoimmune diseases because they're not taking in the fats and the proteins that eating meat would give the body, like the connective tissue, the large muscles, and things like that. So and basically, I think that a lot of vegetables in our world, because of the soil, are considered toxic. Sometimes the soil is toxic. Sometimes it's some vegetables are grown in the wrong regions. I mean, there are a lot of factors as to why our certain vegetables and meats that we eat are not really supporting our immune system and our diets and things like that. Hold on. I want to recapture some of the stuff that excuse me, some of the subjects that I've been reviewing, and matcha happened to be one of them. I know that green tea is, very powerful for the immune system and for the body, but matcha is a powerhouse. It really is. When I looked into my AI genie, I love AI, but I'm still trying to discern the difference between AI and Google. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're just asking it a question, and I guess it does limit your search and things like that, but I don't want to get derailed. Okay. Heavy metals can be found in various foods due to environmental contamination, processing methods, and agricultural practice. Here are some examples of foods that are, this isn't the right one. Okay. Matcha. Matcha, a powdered form of green tea, is known for its numerous health benefits. Definitely one of the benefits is it's high in antioxidants. And antioxidants are those, I want to say, I don't think they're free radicals. I do not. In the article, it says that matcha is packed with catechins, a type of antioxidants that helps protect the body against the damage from free radicals. Free radicals are the issue in our environment and in our soil and some of our foods. And I think free radicals are just those things that our bodies can't metabolize. You guys have to excuse me, my allergies are acting up. It reduces the risk of chronic diseases, because free radicals, I guess, add to those chronic diseases in our lives, like heart disease, cancer, and things like that. Another benefit of matcha, that it boosts energy and focus. Matcha contains caffeine, which provides a gentle, sustained energy boost without jitters or crash associated with coffee. It also contains L-theanine, an amino acid that promotes relaxation and enhances focus and mental clarity. And in layman's terms, you know how you drink something and you just you feel calm, you feel happy, you feel content, and basically that's what matcha is. But one of the reasons why I brought that up is because oftentimes we drink something and we just, we overlook the reasons why something, we overlook what's causing the happiness. We just, we just engulf the emotion and the feeling and the motivation, and we don't even investigate into why. So one of the things that kind of brought me back to matcha was not the benefits of it. I have to say, I was just shopping and I was like, you know what? I bought matcha before. Let me buy it again. And then because of my AI genie, because I was just inspired, I started looking at the health benefits of drinking matcha, and I have experienced all those. I felt better. My mental clarity and my focus was a lot stronger, and I just completely, enjoyed the benefits of it. So it'll be something that will constantly be consumed in my life right now. Another benefit is that matcha supports metabolism and weight loss. Matcha has been shown to increase metabolism and fat oxidation, which may aid in weight loss. Fat oxidation. That's something I want to write down because obviously I'm on my weight loss journey, and it is important for me to be informed about what it is that I consume in my life. Because like I said, with matcha, I basically glanced over it the first time I started drinking it. I knew that I felt better, but my mind could not make the connection between matcha and what I was feeling. I just knew that I felt better. And that's something that I think that the mistake that a lot of us make is that, we just, I think, are so overwhelmed with the gratification of certain things and how we feel that we don't take the time to educate ourselves as the reason, what causes this, what caused me to feel better, what was this. And I think at the time, hindsight is 2020. At the time, if I would have recognized that it was matcha, I think it would have caused a negative reaction, honestly. Because as I'm thinking about it now, I think I'm more grateful for the fact that I remembered it, that I was able to find it again. And fat oxidation is another important factor. Oxidation is when you introduce oxygen to something, or it oxidizes, and that means that those fat cells are able to take that oxygen and turn it into energy. Because I think that is the catalyst for me feeling better. I think it's the catalyst for weight loss, and it's definitely a benefit to anybody who's trying to get healthy and trying to lose weight. Another benefit of drinking matcha is that it detoxifies the body. The chlorophyll content in matcha helps cleanse and detoxify the body by eliminating harmful toxins and heavy metals. And this is why I'm making this video today. Heavy metals. Now I know that I forget that mercury is in our oceans. Mercury is in our oceans, and a large amount of the foods that we eat are farmed in our oceans. They're caught, and canned, and they're introduced to us, which is why I think there are a lot of benefits to farm-raised foods. Farm-raised catfish, farm-raised salmon, farm-raised everything, because I think that a lot of farmers and fishermen know more about environmental toxins than we do. And I think that they, that they farm fish and other seafoods in an environment that is less toxic and more beneficial to our health for us to consume. And one of the things that is just that it was surprising to me is when I learned about the large amounts of mercury that is found in our foods. And it's not just fish. It's heavy metals can be found in various food due to environmental contamination. It can be found in seafood, it can be found in rice, it can be found in leafy greens, it can be found in root vegetables, it can be found in cocoa and chocolate, grains and cereals, all due to how it's processed, and all due to soil contamination. And I thought about the processing of foods, how heavily that our foods are all processed by machines built by metals. And little chips of metal do over time, basically do get caught up in processing certain fruits and vegetables. I mean, foods and vegetables, because roots like carrots, potatoes, and beets are absorbed. They absorb heavy metals from the soils, especially if the soil is contaminated. And it's basically all about soil contamination, but it's also about how we're processing our foods. And that kind of raised hairs a little bit for me, because the only thing I thought about was metals in my gut, and we want to know why. We're all gut issues and things like that are so difficult for us. I mean, it's basically a number one health concern. In the last 10 years is probiotic health and gut health and balances and things like that. And I for one am proud of the human body, because we can process, mercury and not fall down dead, because that's what we thought, when I was younger. I was taking health classes. I mean, the fear was the rising of mercury levels in the food, in the oceans, and in the soil. And how it would affect our food consumption, our food supply. Now that the world has basically quadrupled in size, the demand for foods, if you're not living in small villages or small countries where the high processing of foods is really not necessary, you can, supply food and to the population, to your population. If you're living in a small town, then then those health concerns or those environmental concerns aren't really that prevalent. But I think it's prevalent all around the world, though, because I think that we've all been contributing to environmental pollutions and things like that, which is why I'm loving the hydro farming, which is why I'm loving the new technologies that are coming about, that is helping us solve a lot of issues that we're encountering with contaminated foods and heavy metals and the high levels of mercury, that can be found in our oceans and in the soil that we use. I mean, environmentalists are discovering so many different types of solutions for us to consume food, and not have to worry about basically developing chronic illnesses and things like that, and putting our health at risk. When I first read about the heavy metals that are found in our foods, I was like, there's just no way. But apparently matcha is a powerhouse. It's a superfood that when you consume it, it also helps with your metabolism, definitely. And I've experienced that, and I am so in love with it. But I love the effects that it has that is calming, because sometimes I suffer from anxiety and stress, and it's all because of internal reasons, feeling worthy, feeling good enough, feeling worthy and feeling good enough, basically, as you get older. When you're younger, you have so many responsibilities. If you're a parent, a new parent, you know um a young person heading into independence and things like that. Those things are exciting, and I remember those things. I remember those occurrences in my life. But as a parent, you're like, wow, I don't have to change diapers. I've witnessed the first step. I've witnessed the college graduation. I've witnessed, my kids becoming, adults, young adults though. I'm not that old. Young adults, and I'm feeling it already. I'm feeling that desire to, still be that nurturer, because I've spent so many years doing it, and being fulfilled, and watching my children pass those milestones into becoming, young adults. And that's why I didn't worry about, my weight. I didn't worry about my appearance, like I did when I was younger. But now, and I'm not saying that I'm obsessed with it now, but now that I'm older and completely independent, and I remember that independence when I was like, when you're a young person, and you're depending on your parents, and they're fulfilling all of your needs and things like that. And now that I'm older, and I'm no longer seeking the approval of my parents, I'm no longer dependent upon my parents. I've raised my children. Now I want to begin to do those things that I just basically dreamed about. And that's about running in a marathon. That's becoming and competing in triathlons that totally test your strength and endurance. I was even kidding around with myself about doing how those outrageous strength competitions that they have on TV. Not like the Amazing Race, but where they send you through these absurd obstacle courses. I don't want to do that, because I think that it causes muscle damage. You can literally see you can literally see people experiencing muscle fatigue, and when all of your strength just cuts out. I'm not fond of that. I am fond of building endurance. I am fond of seeking that gratification that is internal, where you push your body and you test your body, where your body and your will and your mind are all connected, and they're working together, and they're competing with people who have that same understanding, and you can earn money from it. I mean, that's the biggest benefit, is being able to, to test yourself, and to put yourself through put yourself through grueling situations and receive that gratification, especially when you win, but even when you don't win, to be able to condition your body, to push your body to those limits, and so you can be able to enjoy the benefits of basically creating a plan for yourself, and watching that plan come into fruition. I mean, all of that to me is very gratifying. And I think as I get older, I think it's becoming more and more important for me to prove to myself that I am worthy, that I am capable of achieving things. It's kind of like stepping outside the box, because I don't think that a lot of people, that their goals in their life are to compete in marathons and triathlons and things like that. I think the average goal is for a lot of people is wealth and health and things like that, and that's awesome. But my goal is to receive that gratification from competing, and having, all three, aspects of my human nature kind of come together and work together to build, a stronger body, to improve my quality of life, to include and to increase my longevity. Because like I said, I lost my mom when she was very young. She was 54 years old. And to me, 54 in this day and age is very, very young. And I mean, I needed her the most. My kids were toddlers at the time, and the relationship with the parent didn't work out, and I just basically needed her. And she passed away, and I don't blame her at all. But I'm thankful for the little bit of time that she had, in my life. And, she was there when both of my children were born, and I was excited. And to have that kind of support is amazing. And I don't know where this idea comes from, where having your mother there while you're in the beginnings of giving birth is a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. But that is one of my concerns, is increasing my longevity, making sure that I live a long, healthy life, and not putting those extra pressures on your body is going to ensure that, but incorporating proteins and teas and supplements that help aid in supporting your immune system. And I wouldn't say boost your immune system, because if you boost something, that means it comes down. What I mean is supporting your immune system and doing what it is naturally designed to do. And basically, I think that matcha is considered, what I think our supplements are those things that aid in digestion, like, when you're like I said, there are, like, our bodies consume large amounts of mercury and contaminations, basically every time we eat. And to have a supplement that helps us metabolize it and evacuate it from our body so that doesn't become a health issue is just, beneficial. And I just had a moment there, and I thought about, I basically thought about drinking milk with matcha, and it's good. It's a good thing. And I mean, because I know that there are a lot of alternatives to milk, and now on the market. Like, one of my favorite things is Rice Dream. But farming rice, rice is farmed in water, so it is also, exposed, to certain amounts of mercury. But I mean, I love rice. I will always eat rice. I cannot not have rice in my diet. But like I said, I think that there are a lot of people in this world who are doing a lot to ensure, the safety of what we eat. It's not perfect. Nothing is, but all it takes is effort. All it takes is the right amount of effort in order to ensure, the well-being of yourself and the people that you love and the people that you care about. And I think that we're fortunate enough that, people who put those efforts into farming and into producing foods and supplements, and share them with us, it's just a good thing. It is just a good thing. And that's just how I think. I know some of you may be watching this, oh my God, she's so mushy, but that's how I think. I think that humanity is a chain of individuals who care, who are willing to share their knowledge, as well as, and not really work, and will receive the benefit of it, because a lot of times, we are struck with ideas and solutions and things like that, things that we want to test out, and if it provides a use if it becomes a necessity in our lives through the desire to feel better, um, to feel better, to think better, to be healthier, then all of that is positive. I just said a lot. I just said a lot. But yeah, I mean, my weight loss and my wellness journey to this date, I'm basically down maybe about 10 pounds. And am I looking for weight loss supplements? Yes, I am. But one thing that I found that works, and it is just awesome, is matcha. Matcha tea, I mean, it's yummy. It does have a really, really green taste to it. If you've ever had collard greens, if you've ever had green tea, if you ever had any kale, it's very much similar to those tastes. And the power of it is totally underestimated because, we've experienced it before. But it is truly powerful. My gut has been clean. My mood has been better. I've been more inspired to get up and work out. And I am just so thankful because it's due to matcha. It's due to something as simple as incorporating a simple tea into my life that has, and basically improved my motivation, has inspired me to feel better. And, I couldn't be more thankful for it. Something as powerful as expelling heavy metals from your body, boosting your immune system, aiding and metabolizing and oxidizing fat. I mean, if an herb can oxidize fat, that would help you burn and increase your... Get it? Because, feel it, because I am totally excited about it. I mean, my goodness. Fat oxidation was in Western culture, it was a theory. Like I said, I've been taking nutrition classes since high school. I've been learning about physical fitness since my undergraduate studies. And one of the theories that a lot of nutritionists and exercise physiologists was talking about was a theory of oxidizing, as use of oxygen to burn fat. It was simply a theory. And one of the suggestions was if you're living a sedentary life, to practice breathing. So I practice breathing, but one of the things that kind of introduced me to breathing practices was yoga. Yoga was the best way for me to channel my breath, to control my breath, and to use my breath to basically, calm me down and things like that. And it was just an exciting time. But now I have matcha. And it's powerful to me. It's powerful because to see a supplement or an herb, and it's ancient, y'all. That's why I say in Western culture. And we wonder why so many cultures around the world are so much smaller than we are. Because matcha has been around for thousands of years, and now a lot of scientists are, since cultures have begun to intermingle, we're now discovering different herbs and supplements that aid in weight loss and immunal health, and possibly even fighting cancer, y'all. So look, it's best to stay informed. I'm staying informed. Like I said, my weight loss journey is something that is so important to me because, basically the weight that I've gained has been such a burden. I was very much ashamed of it. It was very difficult for me to be honest with myself about it. Although I had seen other people being honest about it. And I told myself the same thing that a lot of people tell themselves, like, this isn't for me, it won't work for me. But I found something, and I found something that works. And it's not just helping me lose weight. It's helping me, with my immune health. It's helping me with my anxiety. And it's all through, helping detoxify different organs and systems in my body that basically I never paid attention to. One of the things that I did when where I first started losing weight is I didn't cut sugar out of my diet, but I started incorporating more fruits and vegetables. When I learned about the different organs and what fuels them, I began to take more vitamin C, which is found in orange juice. I started eating more fruit, which are natural antioxidants, natural detoxifiers, and and I got, and I started to lose weight. And I did it, but it wasn't effective at, inspiring me to keep it off. Because some fruits make you feel fat. Some fruits make you feel fat. Like if you've ever had watermelon, watermelon is also a powerhouse. But I ate watermelon constantly because it was sweet. But if you eat too much of something, it causes gases in your stomach. It causes discomfort. So I never associated watermelon and different types of fruit with being healthy. Because I would eat so much of it till I would just, I would hurt. So now I know that, to eat it, to continue to eat it, but be mindful of why I'm eating it or how much I'm eating, and not eat to the point of discomfort. So yeah, those are just some behaviors that I've discovered about myself, which is why I basically did the wrong thing and began to cut so many foods out of my diet that that led to basically calorie deprivation. And one of the drawbacks of calorie deprivation is that when you begin to eat again, no matter what you eat, I'm not talking about that I ran out and got like Burger King or any other fast food. I started eating foods that I prepared for myself. I ate foods that required meal prep, and as soon as I began to eat, the weight came back on, and I realized that it was basically the foods or the energy that my muscles needed. Because when you're fast, you're depriving yourself. And your body does fasting naturally at night. Your body, you go through fast naturally at night when you sleep or when you stop eating at a certain time during the day, and you go to bed and you wake up. And some of us, if we really understand, we're fasting for more than 12 to 13 hours a day. And yes, I'm talking about when we sleep and then we wake up, and some of us don't automatically eat breakfast because and it's not because I was depriving myself. It's just that my schedule was busy, and yes, I was thinner. Yes, I was lighter. But I did not know enough about food and nutrition until I became interested in it, to eat a balanced diet, to eat those 6 meals a day that energized me. Because I remember being younger and snacking all day, yes, on chips, but I was also fond of apples and bananas, and I was also fond of peanuts and sunflower seeds, which are just excellent for you. But then to have to sit down and eat 3 other huge meals, I was doing myself in. And to tell your parent, I'm not hungry, but you don't understand why you're not hungry. This is because you've been snacking on sunflower seeds and bananas and apples and things all like that. And you've been running around with your friends, and you've been drinking out of the water hose, and you've been energizing and feeding yourself all day. And then to sit down and have to eat a high carbohydrate meal, it's absolutely sickening. And that's something that parents need to understand about their kids. That's something that I understood about my kids, is that, when they snacked all during the day, if they don't come to me and say, I'm hungry, I want to, what are we having for dinner? Then they are allowed to go make them a little sandwich, grab, some apples, some fruit. My kids love, love, love fruit. and you know, and they get it from me. So I would not make meals for my kids unless they demanded it, because when kids are younger, you can control what they eat. But as they get older, as they head into those preteen years and then those teenage years, they're pretty much, you know, they're pretty much seeking out sustenance on their own. And a lot of young kids, you know, we give our kids snacks. We give them $1 or $2 to go get some chips, you know, or some nuts. You know, it all depends on what you introduce to your kids. Like I said, I know I'm learning slowly but surely about why I gained so much weight. I mean, you're snacking all through the day. Like, I mean, even less than a year ago, I mean, I would snack, and I was snack happy, and I was snack good. But I was still eating 3 huge meals because it was conditioned that, oh yeah, snacks are snacks, but meals are meals. So, you know, basically I had to break that habit and allow myself just to not, I mean, literally, if I don't cook dinner, I panic. If I'm not cooking lunch, I panic, because I'm so conditioned that those meals are so important, and they're not. So basically I'm breaking the habit of depending on those large meals. And it's not easy because it's so ingrained in me. It's so ingrained in me to eat those 3: breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you know, and I'm learning that yes, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but they don't have to be huge. Not if you've been snacking all day, not if you've been out with your friends and you've had this huge lunch, or you've gone to a buffet, or you've been active. And literally, I know there's somebody somewhere doing it. I did it. You've been snacking all day, and then you come in and you think, okay, I have to prepare dinner. And you really don't. You really don't have to prepare dinner, because those 3 meals are, I mean, those small meals have been enough to sustain you. They really have. But, you know, I'm going to end it on that note. Go out, invest in matcha. It's accessible. It's available. You can basically run to your nearest Whole Foods or Walmart. And that's one of the things I like about it, is that it's accessible. A lot of weight loss supplements, you have to order and you have to wait for them. And I think that's good too. I mean, if they're good supplements, if they've been researched and they've been proven to show results, then that is wonderful. But if you're watching this video or any other video about weight loss and wellness, you want to run out and you want to get that product as fast as possible, and you want to get it inside you, and you want to know whether, you know, what we're saying is valid. You want to know whether you can experience those same results for yourself. And that's why I say, yes, it's accessible, it's available, you know, it's a bus ride, a walk, a car drive away. And that's one of the things that is so positive. I mean, for me, psychologically and behaviorally, it is good to have, you know, power pack products like matcha to be available. It's just important. It is important. And yeah, so basically, I mean, I had fun talking about matcha. I basically had fun making this video, and I've had, you know, because I've experienced the amazing benefits of it. And I hope you know, try it as well, and I hope you receive some of the benefits of it. But I'm gonna leave this video with something I say all the time. It takes 30 days. Something I believe in. It takes 30 days to break a bad habit. It also takes 30 days to learn a new, more positive, more productive behavior. Peace. Go get some matcha.